excited about today. I'm with my two favorite people, Cryo Recovery and Wellness in Shelby, North Carolina. And we just want to come to you today to share with you about the benefits of cryotherapy. I'm here with Dr. Rich and Dr. Danielle. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so thank you for having us, first of all, Calandra, and super excited about your mission here and what you're doing on this platform. Danielle and I are both chiropractors that have going on 30 years now. Our background and our education is in chiropractic and conservative healthcare, and we both practiced for a good part of 25 years and built some amazing practices, learned and played and helped so many people with so many different types of service and technology. And then through the last couple of years of our careers there, we really studied a lot about anti-aging and just overall wellness and this whole new thing called biohacking. And really, just so we know and everyone's listening knows, biohacking is maybe an out there kind of term to some people, but really it's just how can we make the best use of our time, and really we save money also because it's really efficient with your money to help you to become a better version of yourself. And we of course helped a lot of people through chiropractic, and like I was just talking to Quentin, we're going to be getting adjusted the rest of our lives. We adjust each other and friends and family all the time. But we feel like getting into this space allows us to broaden our horizons and help more people on more platforms, even as much as with kidney disease now, right? So that's really a little bit of a history there. We're super excited about being ahead of the curve. We always want the latest and greatest in technology, and we're always just playing. Like, how can we help people and really enjoy people more? That's who we are.
Yeah, we've always had a passion for wellness, and so transitioning from chiropractic into cryotherapy, cryo,
Yeah.
it was just an easy turnover because while we left that avenue of helping people, we came into cryotherapy and we realized, wow, we can continue to help people in a little different space, but at the same time, there are so many other things we're actually able to affect. It just correlates with chiropractic and wellness, and I mean, we'll be talking wellness until the day we die. I mean, our kids have grown up watching everything that we do, from eating well, working out, mindset, habits. That's been instilled in our children, and it's just part of our lifestyle. So sharing this is pretty natural, and to us, this is natural. And playing with biohacking is just that to us is normal. So we're trying to teach other people to think outside the box and do things that are a little bit different to live longer, and I like to say age gracefully.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. So my mission is with my nonprofit, Conquering With Calandra. I dealt with chronic kidney disease, and I was able to get a kidney 4 years ago. So that's why I think it's very important to share other ways that cryotherapy, nutrition, how it can benefit the body as well as the organs inside of the body as well. So can you just share with us your mission and the history of?
Yeah, for sure. So it fits right in, obviously, and that's why it's amazing. And we're super excited you've done that. It was great to meet Calandra last year, and Calandra's been a great member for, I think, over a year now, right? Or close to a year. So, but really, cryo, kidney, how does that relate, right? So a lot of this is about bringing down toxicity in the body, right? And also bringing down inflammation. And so chronic inflammation is tied to every form of disease out there, and especially the big four that bring us all down the majority of the time, right? Short of a fatal traumatic accident, car, plane, something else, it's either cardiovascular disease, neurodegenerative disease, Alzheimer's, dementia now. It's metabolic disease, insulin resistance. Obviously, everything goes on with weight issues, hyperlipidemia, cholesterol issues, and obviously cancer. And so how do we bring down inflammation in the body, right? How do we detoxify the body? How do we give the body the best ability to utilize oxygen as efficiently as it can? Because anywhere there's disease, there's usually a lack of oxygen. And so that's really what all of this does. It allows you to really maximize the use of your body, bring down those inflammatory factors, increase circulation, and literally jumpstart and wake up these batteries that have become dormant, if you will. So in kidney disease, you understand, right? It's a cleansing of the blood is what the kidneys do. So we don't want to overwork those kidneys, right? By consistently putting, obviously inflammatory factors and toxicity through the blood. And so the more we can cleanse the blood and detoxify, impact things like lymphatic drainage, obviously that has a huge impact on you and your platform here, right? I would say, so really the mission becomes, how do we play with these types of technologies? What's the best use of our space and time to make sure our members can make the best use of their time and money?
I think that's very important, like what you're saying about the lymphatic system, because with the kidneys, if the lymphatic is not draining the way it needs to be, it's just like a garbage disposal. When it gets backed up, that's when all those toxins get in your body. So I think that is very important with the lymphatic.
Yeah, and it ties back into everything, so back here you'll see some, we talk about a wheel of wellness, right? I think that's the best way to look at this thing. Yes, this is what we call the biohacking space, right? These types of technologies that we can go around and share with you a little bit. We just have 3 very precise technologies that we utilize here. But really the wheel starts with our mindset, right? When we talk about becoming our best versions of us, everything starts with mindset. The whys need to be big enough, and the hows certainly take care of themselves. Then we go into sleep, right? Sleep and movement are the 2 most important things that everyone can do to get themselves in the right direction. Period. That's tied to every major form of disease and illness. A lack of sleep correction, or poor sleep quality, and a lack of enough movement that matters, right? Then we get into nutrition, supplementation, and the last of that spoke of the wheel is biohacking. But biohacking can actually initiate enough tangible result fast enough where people see change in how they're feeling, they change their sleeping habits, they're sleeping better, their energy's better, they're noticing things metabolically get better. Then hopefully we're motivated, their mindset gets better. Then we hope they're motivated to do those other things that aren't so easy, right? Like get to work on the diet and the exercise. But what's really important is like working on things like the gut, right? We need the strength, things like leaky gut. Consistently put toxins back in that bloodstream, load up that kidney and the liver, and then that causes chronic disease, right? So we got to be looking at the whole body here, and not necessarily just whatever we think we're deficient in, whatever medication they might put you on, or dialysis in this case with kidney disease. What are we doing to really make sure we're making the whole body better, put less strain on that kidney? That is really
And that's a good note, because a lot of diseases starts in your gut.
Yeah. Yeah, the gut is the new brain, right?
Directly connected.
So I think there used to be the brain is the most important node. The gut actually tells the brain what to do now. So taking a good look at our gut, getting a good advanced stool sample, never thought would be so important, right? And really evaluating what is happening in this microbiome. The microbiome, actually, we have, thousands and thousands of little bacteria in the gut, and we call them little good guys and little bad guys. Well, those bad guys can do more damage, obviously, so we need to override those and really be supplementing with these good guys, which is really what a probiotic is putting good bacteria back there.
And then people say, why cryotherapy? To support this. And cryotherapy is almost like it's the biohack that can get the ball rolling. Because most people do find us simply because they have some sort of chronic pain, and maybe they've tried everything and they want to do something. They're okay, I'm stepping outside the box because I really don't have any choice. They walk in here, maybe they have pain. However, they very quickly realize, wow, my sleep is better. because cryotherapy is kind of like right there in the middle. And there are other things, biohacks and different things that you can add in there. But cryotherapy is one of the easiest and the most efficient way to get the wheel rolling when you're trying to change your health and get into a better state and get control of what's maybe taking you down.
Right. It's very important. I know with the me comment, I dealt with sleep, not being able to sleep. Sometimes your mind can take over a lot of things with your thoughts, depression, and things like that. And I know it has benefited me coming. Like if I feel like I'm about to get stressed, I say, oh, I got to go get in the freezer box. I got to get this mind right. And just whenever I get in there and I just take a deep breath, and it's like everything that was bothering me went away.
Yep.
Went away. And I felt good when I got out. I got to get pumped up to get in there, but it's amazing. It's amazing feeling. It's amazing feeling. So I'm excited to be able to show the Conquering Nation, the Conquering World, a lot of these devices that we have here that's going to help benefit your health.
Awesome. So Danielle and I really, over our 30 years of conservative healthcare, kind of formulated this wheel of wellness. And I don't think we take full credit for it, but it's our original wheel that we feel is the most important way to look at becoming your best version of you, right? We really feel that this wheel starts with mindset. We got to make sure our mind is right every day, and we have ways that we coach and we talk about that. Setting the mind first thing in the morning, setting your frequencies, working and living with intention versus a reaction type mindset. And then the two most important things we need to get going on in life faster than ever is improving quality of sleep, and then getting into movement that matters for you, including cardio and muscle, building muscle, flexibility, right, gymnastics type work, and lactic acid tolerance, VO2 max type of training. All of these improve our quality of life and potentially what we call our health span. Then we get into nutrition and supplementation. Obviously, let's learn to eat to live versus live to eat. We want to put good fuels in the body and make sure we're sourcing that with good energy production, good whole foods as we talk about. And then the last thing in this wheel is called biohacking. And that's really what we're doing here at Cryo Recovery and Wellness with whole body cryotherapy, red light therapy, and a lot of the different coaching that we offer is how do we literally make most efficient use of our time and money and help us become the best versions of us, and very, very, through a process what we call hormetic stress or hormesis. The great thing about biohacking is you see it's actually at the end of the wheel, but it can actually be used at the beginning of the wheel because people see such fast, tangible changes in just literally sometimes the first treatment that it motivates them to start to work on the rest of the wheel. So that is the wheel of wellness, and what we really coach on, encourage people to be looking at. Do you have good roadmaps to success? Do you have a good roadmap for you to get each of these spokes of the wheel as strong as you can make it so that wheel is vibrant, rolling for years and years to come?
So one of the important factors that what we do here with whole body cryotherapy is just really talking to people about something called the cold shock response. And the cold shock response is just that. It's not about getting cold, and people think about whole body cryo and I'm just going to be getting cold, and I can do that by walking outside or a cold shower, and that's a great start. However, you want to actually shock your system. So I like to use the phrase, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's what a hormetic stress is. It is a short-term, intense stress to the body that creates long-term benefit. And those are cold therapies, it is hot therapies, it is intermittent fasting, HIIT workouts. Those are all hormetic stresses, and that's an important term that we use here at Cryo Recovery and Wellness. But when we talk in particular about the cold shock response, it's not about getting cold, but it's about what happens to your body when you actually get cold. When you go into from a room temperature to minus 140 to minus 175, your body goes into a sympathetic response that says, oh no, I'm under attack, I'm in danger. And then suddenly it creates a hormonal balance that reduces stress levels, forces out inflammation. And it's that response that people get such an immediate and tangible sensation of well-being and energy and vibrance when they get out of the cold tank, even on the first time. And it affects your brain, it affects your heart, it affects your blood flow, improves circulation to push out inflammation, which is why people come in the first place, because they're usually in pain of some sort. But they don't realize that that inflammation is causing insulin resistance, weight loss resistance, that's causing their energy levels to drop, it's causing cortisol levels to be high. And so with the cold shock response, when you can balance those things, you're bringing down your stress response, you're bringing down your cortisol, all of a sudden your body can actually utilize glucose better. And that's another thing that we talk about when it comes to the cold shock response is brown fat versus white fat, stimulating metabolism. So there's a lot of physiological change that happens in the body that creates health benefits. So it's that short-term intense stress to the body that creates long-term benefit.
Yeah, the big six, we always call it, that people see quick, tangible changes with cryo, literally within the first session or two, is pain and inflammation anywhere in the body, a boost in mood and energy, better quality sleep, stronger mental clarity, less brain fog. We certainly talked about recovery from athletic performance or workouts, and there's a strong component to anti-aging. People obviously see a reduction of stress and an increased metabolic rate, obviously with help with weight loss. And all that is due to what Danielle just talked about, because really what has to happen when you're in the tank and when you're going through that cold shock, your body has to thermoregulate. It has to fight it, and it has to try to warm itself up. The only defense mechanism it has is to fire what we call brown fat, which is the good fat, we call it, versus the white fat. And without going down a whole rabbit hole, you'll see the brown fat is very rich in mitochondria. Those are your cell's energy bullets. That's what produces ATP. That's what gets all this physiology going to help, like Danielle said, with insulin resistance, bringing down inflammatory markers, increasing things like serotonin, dopamine levels, right? Dopamine levels go up 3 to 4 times the amount for the next 4 hours after a cryo session. All that is based on science now, and all that is so cool if you think about it, no pun intended. You just do it in 3 minutes of your time, and you get to literally wake up all these batteries, right? So more and more science coming out, and it's super exciting, and really just helping you understand, most importantly, the cold shock response. We're not icing down the body, we're stimulating the body with a response.
So whole body cryotherapy, that's one of the biohacks, and we talk about hormetic stress and whole body cryo and the cold shock response. Well, the other great tool we have here in our clinic is what we call the Sculpt Pod, which is really red light therapy, infrared sauna, and vibration all in one. So we're really getting the benefits of 3 different hormetic therapies in one session. So when I open this up, you can see you'll actually have 360 red light therapy. You get infrared sauna, which is your heat, and then you get whole body vibration. So think about this. The red light therapy is going to help with circulation, bring hemoglobin to your skin, to your vital organs. Your infrared sauna is your cellular detox. So it helps detox the body. It's flushing out inflammation. It's also flushing inflammation from those fat cells, so we can actually shrink the fat cells. And then we have vibration. So we've talked about lymphatic drainage and the importance of that. So by whole body vibration, it stimulates the motility to help move the lymph out of the body, the toxins out of the body through the lymph system. So you're getting all 3 of these technologies at once. So pain and inflammation. Actually with red light too, it helps with circadian rhythm. So relaxation, stress. We have people that use this for PTSD. We also have people with the lymphatic issues like lymphedema, so we'll use this for lymphatic drainage and reducing the residual lymph that's hanging around in those legs. Sometimes with lymphedema you'll see larger ankles and things of that nature. And then our clients love it for weight loss and for skin tightening. So it's amazing. You get 30 minutes to rest and relax.
Okay.
I know. I could show you how we turn it on real quick. So we have skull hunt, hit the enter button, and then we have different sessions where you can pick a relaxed session, a wellness session, you can do power nap. Weight management is our most popular. It's the 30 minutes at the highest heat, highest massage, so you're getting all the effects of the brain technology. Okay, so before we get into the tank, we want to cover our nose, our mouth, our ears, our hands, so we have everything everybody needs. We got ear covering, we have the face mask, we have gloves, toboggans for those little kneading on top of their head, and then we have socks and slippers, everything that we need to get into the tank.
All right, we're ready to go for
Yeah,
cryo.
ready.
All right, first we got some music for you, so make the session go great for you. We have some lights in here, so the light is a lighted timer. You'll see exactly how much time is left in your session. There'll be a nice yellow light coming up, obviously, as you're going through your session, just like that, yellow greenish light, all right? What do we do in the cryo tank? We really focus on our breathing, and we want everything to calm down. So I like a 3 or 4 second inhale through the nose, and a big 4 or 5 second exhale through the mouth. And all you're doing is focusing on air going in and air coming out, right? Let that cold shock response happen on all the skin receptors. That's what sends the messages to the brain and gets all the greatness going, right? So, awesome. Well, most important thing is go in there, have fun, let the body relax, and 2 to 3 minutes are gonna fly right by. All right? So here we go. Ready? Great job. Calandra, like I said, has been doing cryo for about a year now. When someone starts in cryo, obviously the most important thing is most people come in scared to death about the cold. So we always meet them right where they are. Literally never had anyone do less than 1 minute and 30 seconds on beginner their first session. It's much easier than people realize. Coach them through it, really get them into their breathing, put on some good music that matters. Like I said, the light show, it's a whole experience in there. And then they come out really, really just completely almost ecstatic or excited that they just actually beat the cold, right? So there's a lot to be gained here physically and mentally. We know there's actually science behind it. When you do things that you're not quite comfortable doing, and you actually are able to accomplish that, literally, even just if you were to just avoid your phone for a whole day, right? Put it away and not be able to look at it and touch it. We stimulate a part of our brain called the anterior cingulate mid-gyrus cortex, and you're able to build motivation and tenacity when you do these sorts of things. So, Calandra will come out, her energy will be great, but she'll be having increased dopamine levels next 3 or 4 hours. A lot of people come in first thing in the morning, it's like replaces their cup of coffee now, right? So it's really super cool experience. And then, like anything, after a couple times, you get used to it and realize we can build the temperatures or actually lower the temperatures, increase the time, and then we just build that brown fat and we get better and better. So there's cryotherapy. Boom, here she comes. Hey, girl. How was that? You can see if you want. If we were to test just the skin, she drops by about 40 or 50 degrees Fahrenheit on the skin in just 3 minutes in there. So how you feeling?
I feel great.
Yeah. How's that compare to the first time you ever came out? It's still cold, right? But you're more confident.
But I'm more
going out.
confident.
Yeah,
Yes,
obviously,
yes. It feels amazing.
Yeah, we're not as anxious going in.
Right,
You're not as
right.
anxious going into it.
Right.
So Awesome. Well, good work, girl. That's way to
Thank
crush
you.
it.
Thank
Off to a
you.
good day for you.
Yeah. Now that you guys have seen what it's like to experience cryotherapy, I would like to thank Dr. Rich and Dr. Danielle for this opportunity. So now, everybody, please look into cryotherapy, but mostly remember, never be defeated because you're already conquered.